everybody, Mary here. Since we've been talking a lot about the things that you could be doing after an interview is over to cement the impression with, the hiring team, interviewers, that you are the one that they should choose for the role. So we talk about the types of questions that you ask really do matter. One other thing that is important is that there are some of the things that you need to do in your behaviors after the interview is done, in terms of your follow-up with a company, that can really help push you over the edge as the one that they select. So this video is going to talk about 3 tips that make a great last impression with a company so that they decide that you're the person to hire. So before we get started, please subscribe below. And that is so that you don't miss out on any videos that we do on this channel. We do free content for job seekers, also for people who hire, if you want to have tips around that. But really, looking to cover all sorts of questions that come my way, just from working as a recruiter, 15 years, and helping people succeed and get positioned right for the types of jobs that they want to have. So please subscribe below. Most candidates, after the interview is done, in terms of their follow-up, they just send a thank you note like, I really appreciate it, blah, 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 which is fine. I mean, it's, hey, good job that you're sending a thank you and a follow-up and appreciating the person for their time. However, you can make this a bit more powerful and actually add into your follow-up and thank you that you have ideas of what you can bring to the table and the types of things that you can contribute to right away. So in some ways, it is describing what your vision is for the team and how you fit it and how it will contribute to the overall success of the company. When people are doing this very clearly, they're talking about what they hope to accomplish to help the company within the first 90 days of employment. And they set forth kind of a plan, maybe not a detailed plan, but some sort of plan that suggests that you're motivated, that you can see clearly how you fit the needs of the organization and what you can do to help. It definitely is a way to go the extra mile, absolutely. I would not say that it is common, but it is a very powerful tactic that you can employ if you are following up with the interviewers at the company. So the second tip that I have to offer, as you probably know, if you're a candidate in demand, you're probably interviewing at a few different places. You progress along the process to reach the final interview, and it may be at more than one place, which is fantastic. The thing is, I've encountered so many candidates who don't want to say anything about what else is going on, where they're interviewing, if they're even interviewing, are they close to getting an offer somewhere else or not. And this is an area, as a candidate, you can actually show your good faith efforts and just that you want to be real with a company. That, yeah, let me tell you what's going on. You can share where you're interviewing, or you can at least share that you're close to, whatever step in the process at another organization. Helpful to let people know where you stand. And the right company will do the same by you. They're not gonna pussyfoot around and just treat you like nothing. If they want you, they're gonna work with you and compete for you. Certainly you don't have to share every single detail, like the name of the company. I mean, you can if you want, if you're comfortable with sharing some details that reflect that you're a very competitive, in-demand candidate will really help position yourself not only as a person with integrity, I'm putting my best foot forward and I trust that you're going to do the same. Consider sharing some of those details as to where you are in the interview process, and that will actually go a long way. And the last tip is something that many people do a very so-so job of doing, but they could really maximize their points and their position. Some companies ask for references for someone who you reported to, someone who's a peer, someone who you reported to, and you give these names, that the references are not very strong. You know, it's been a few years that they've actually been in touch. You don't know the full extent of things that you're hoping to get into or that you've done and accomplished. And quite frankly, when you have people speaking on your behalf, that's incredibly powerful. So imagine if it were just like a so-so or a not very good reference, it doesn't do you well. It actually can hurt you. So make sure that the people that you are selecting for, you know, a reference can actually be a very powerful advocate for you. They are familiar with the type of work or what your strengths are and what you bring to the table, and they can actually pinpoint the examples and speak to it. And ideally, they're in support of you. Believe it or not, I actually have to say that. I've talked to many references where they're like, you know, she was so-so or he was okay, not very glowing, but you want someone who is in your cheerleading squad cheering for you. Would love to hear from any of you as to what your experiences have been. Have you done anything after the interviews to help push it over the edge so that companies select you? I want to hear about it, so please comment below. And until our next video, guys, please stay safe, stay cool, and we'll talk soon. Okay? Take care, guys.